All right, 6.5, we're going to do the first part of it today and the second part tomorrow. But we are continuing with logarithms, and today we're going to look at our properties of logarithms. So we have three properties here: the product property, quotient property, and power property. When we have two numbers in our log that are being multiplied together, we can expand them by adding them. So we can take the log base b of m and add it to the log base b of n. So when you're multiplying, you can expand it by adding. It works going the other way too. So if you are adding two logs together with the same base, so they have to have the same base, you can condense it by multiplying them together. If you are dividing, you can expand it by subtracting them, and then you could condense subtracting by dividing them. And if you have the log base b of m to the power of n, we could take this exponent and multiply it out front of our log. So we could say n times log base b of n. And then there's like a little side note over here, study tip. These three properties of logarithms correspond to these three properties of exponents, which we've done over and over and over again. So to condense these, if we were multiplying, we just add the exponents together. If we were dividing, we subtract the exponents together. And if we have a power raised to power, we multiply. So same thing, but a little different because now we're using them with logarithms. So let's practice. So we need to use this information that's given to us. We have log base 2 of 3 is about 1.585, and log base 2 of 7 is about 2.807. So we want to break this up into be log base 2 of 3 and log base 2 of 7. So how can we break this up? So it's not log base 2 of 3 over 7. We want to separate it so we only have in our equation log base 2 of 3 or log base 2 of 7. How can we break this up? Awesome. Since we're dividing, we break it up and subtract it. So we have log base 2. What comes first, the 3 or the 7?
3.
The 3. What's on top comes first. So 3, then minus log base 2 of 7. So when you expand it, it's super important that you repeat the log twice. So you don't just say log base 2 of 3 minus 7. You have to include that log both times. Now we can just use the information that's given to us and plug these two values in. So log base 2 of 3 is 1.585 minus log base 2 of 7 is 2.807, and subtract. So we're replacing this log base 3, let me change the color here, log base 3 of 2 with this value here. So we're taking this and plugging it in to here. And then we're taking this and plugging it into here.
Okay.
Chris, what'd you get? Negative 1.222. Awesome. All right, let's do it for B. How can we get that 21 in terms of 3 and 7?
So multiplying them?
Multiply. So this would be log base 2 of 3 times 7. So if we're multiplying 3 times 7, how can we expand this? You add. Awesome. We add them.
Expand like.
So log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of 7. Now we can take our log base 2 of 3, which is 1.585, plug that in there, and our log base 2 of 7, and plug that one in there. So we have 1.585 plus 2.807, and add these two together. What do we get? $4.392. per the last one. How can we get 49 in terms of 7 and 3? So we could have log base 2 of 7 squared, or we could say 7 times 7. Either way, you'll get the same answer, but I just want to use the third property that we have. What can we do with that 2? Using our properties.
Move it in front.
Awesome. We just take that 2, move it out front. So we have 2 times log base 2 of 7. What is log base 2 of 7?
2.807.
2.807. So we have 2 times 2.807. Now we just multiply these together. What do we get? 5.614. Perfect. So that's our answer. So here it gives us log base 6 of 5 and log base 6 of 8. So we just have to change everything that was given to us, either in terms of 5 or an 8. So for number 1, it's already given to us in a 5 and an 8. So we're just going to break it up first. So if we're dividing, how do we expand this?
Subtracting them.
Awesome. So we would have log base 6 of 5 minus log base 6 of 8. What is log base 6 of 5?
0.898.
Awesome. So we're just plugging this in here. And then what is log base 6 of 8?
1.161.
Awesome, 1.161. So we're just taking this and plugging it in here. And then we just have to subtract. So what do we got when we subtract? Negative 0.263. Perfect. All right, let's look at number 2. What is 40 in terms of 5 and 8?
It's a multiple, like if you multiply 8 and 5, you get it.
Awesome. So log base 6 of 5 times 8. How can we break up 5 times 8? Or how can we break up log base 6 of 5 times 8? How can we expand it? Add them.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, Sandeep. Log base 5 plus log base 6 of 5 plus log base 6 of 8. What is log base 6 of 5?
0.898.
0.898. And what is log base 6 of 8?
1.161.
Perfect. Now we just add them together. What do we get? 2.059. Perfect. Any questions on that one?
No.
Let's do number 3. How can we make 64 look like an 8 or a 5? Or 8 times 8, or 8 squared. So this would be log base 6 of 8 squared. What do we do with that exponent? Bring it to the front.
Make it.
So this is 2 log base 6 of 8. What is log base 6 of 8?
1.161.
1.161. So we just have to multiply that times 2. What do we get? 2.322. Perfect. And then number 4. How can we make 125 look like a 5 or an 8? Or both? Awesome, so 5 cubed. So log base 6 of 5 cubed. What do we do with the exponent?
Move it to the left.
Move it to the front. So we have 3 log base 6 of 5. What's log base 6 of 5 equal to? 0.898. So what's 0.898 times 3? 2.694.